Hey Shrey, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Shrey, good morning. How are you? Hey, hi, good morning. Great.
Okay, so let's start
Okay.
with your introduction. Please give your short introduction to the audience.
Yeah, I am Shrey, and so I graduated the previous batch 2019 from the information technology branch at Charodar University. So yeah, currently I'm working at Motorola Solutions, and for the past 1 year I was doing an internship there only. Uh, I worked under the Hadoop team. Currently, I'm under the observability team. Yep.
Great, awesome. So next question is कि can you please share your interview experience? और ज़्यादातर लोगों ने अभी शायद डीएसए करना स्टार्ट ही किया है, तो उनके लिए क्या एडवाइस होगी
Hmm.
आपके लिए?
My interview experience was a bit different. So Motorola had come with this course kind of thing at my time. So what we had is they had a presentation, pre-presentation thing there where they wanted us to present problems and approaches to the solution. So we had some kind of interview there. So we presented our problem there. We presented the solution or the approach that we want to solve this problem. So they wanted to see how we would solve a problem there. So that was a kind of an HR kind of interview. And then we had a technical interview in that same interview as well, the second part of interview. So there I had been asked the question about some trailing zeros to find the trailing zeros in a string or a number. So they told me to open a VS Studio and solve the problem. So I tried that and gave my approach to solving that problem as well. Then a couple of questions from my they told me to get they asked me to go through my resume. So what projects I had done, what kind of frameworks I was working on. So some questions related to that. Some React, I was working with React at that time. So they asked me something about React and that. Yep. That was my interview experience. And regarding some, what was the other question you were asking?
जिन्होंने डीएसए नहीं किया वो लोग क्या करें? एक ही मंथ है उसके
DS.
पास. हाँ.
DS, you must get through the basics. Try to get through the basics of all the DSA. Try to go through all the subjects like DBMS, OS, SE, and then if you have not done anything at all, I mean, I suggest this 50 plus interview questions or 100 plus interview questions regarding one subject. Try to go through those again and again, so you'll get to know all the basics and yeah, and it's the era of ChatGPT right now. So you can ask ChatGPT questions; it will reply you some good answers there. You can learn from those. Yep.
Yes, great, awesome. So, can you please talk about the mistakes that you did while preparing for aptitude and tech interviews?
Yeah, mistakes. Uh, so while I was preparing for them, mostly I would procrastinate a lot. So I want to sit down and do stuff. So try to first sit down for an hour, for 15 minutes, anything, and then go through questions one by. Though you want to know some answers, try solving them. If you don't know the answers, sit for 5 minutes for or more, and then try to go through the solution. Do the same kind of question again and again. That will help you to crack that the similar kind of questions if you they come up again in the future. Other than that, try getting on earlier and earlier. I mean, start preparing earlier. This is a 4-year journey. You have to go through everything. Step by step. Last minute might not help. Going through everything, going everything at last minute only. So do stuff in advance. That is one thing I would like to tell.
ओके, आपके प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत अच्छे थे। उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए कि कहाँ से आइडियाज़ लाते थे और वो सब।
Projects. So every year we know that our curriculum demands a project, a software group project, SGP. So now every I had the same partner for Tejas. We had the same partner from all the 4 years. We from the beginning of the semester we used to go through. We will search throughout the internet, on Twitter, on Reddit, everything on Google. We'll try to find project ideas or stuff people did earlier. So like we would go through LinkedIn profiles and what people have mentioned their projects there as well. So we would go through that. We would find a problem that is was near to us, that was something that we faced or something. So the first major project that I did was this financial fit. So we faced that we would be lazy about our finances, or so we created some third application where we could record our finances or calculate some. So with that, the goal was to try to learn the technology. Solving a small kind of problem will also help, but we would try to learn the technology, how that technology would work, or how a particular API would respond, how to solve issues, debugging issues. That was our goal, to learn. And at the end of the project also, if the project wasn't done as or wasn't kind of finished also, uh, we would have done the learning that we would have required. And at the end of presentation also, there we would say that we did this learning, we faced these challenges. So the major focus should be what kind of challenges I faced during the project, and how did we uh, recover from that, or how we face those challenges there. Yep.
ऑसम, आई गेस इट्स ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द फेवरेट इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन कि आपने प्रोजेक्ट के टाइम पे किस किन चैलेंजों को फेस किया एंड हाउ यू सॉल्व इट। सो मैं भी करता था
Yeah.
कि लिस्ट बना के रखता था कि फेस दिस चैलेंज एंड सॉल्व इन दिस वे, सो इट
Yeah.
रियली हेल्प्स।
Yeah, and mostly what happens, we solve that problem and we forget about that problem. But yeah, that thing comes up in the interview as well. That what did you do when you face this kind of problem, or how did you solve it? So that's the major thing that they will be asking. Then
कई
that Twitter is a great place to find ideas about some projects. People will be posting again and again. There are communities there as well. So try finding ideas there.
ओके ग्रेट। कई कंपनियों में एप्टीट्यूड के बदले ग्रुप डिस्कशन का राउंड होता है, तो उसके लिए कुछ प्रिपरेशन या वैसे कुछ की थी आपने?
I see. For aptitude, I think I went through India Big's website only. They have some great questions there. So other than that, college used to have a mentor every Saturday or Sunday there, that they came and tried solving. Other than that, YouTube videos are great to prepare for aptitude. Group discussions. Group discussions, mainly you would try to find topics on the internet where you don't see the answers to that. I mean, you don't see the points to that. You try to think of your own points, what kind of points I am going to present there. And in group discussions, the main thing that companies or the judge would be looking for, how you communicate with the others. So you want to get your communication skills strong. So try doing some group discussions within your friends or friend circle who are preparing for placements as well. They might not find the time, but 10 or 15 minutes of discussions on some topic, pick a topic, try to do 10-15 minutes of discussions and converse properly there. So that way you will feel prepared for that group discussions. Yeah, for interviews also I recommend the same, that sit with your friends, try to solve one question or one or two questions, DSA questions. Sit with your laptop and try solving that question there. If you don't solve the question to the end also, it's okay. The main thing that they'll be seeing or they'll be judging is how you solve that problem, how you get there. The solution is not that much required there. They want to see how you solve that problem. Yeah. HR interview and all those you don't need to be prepared that much. And those are just general questions that they'll be asking. But you want to keep some answers prepared for that as well. So you try to find those questions and try to be prepared with the answers before this 1 month time. So mostly go through the subjects and the DSS stuff, and yeah, and be
Okay,
prepared with the projects that you want to show. Some companies will try to go through your GitHub profile and try to see what you have. So readmes are important. So you do all the readmes and the description of your projects. Yeah.
ओके, ग्रेट। ओके, सो इंटरव्यू के दौरान किन-किन चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए? मीन्स यू आर इन द इंटरव्यू रूम राइट नाउ, तो बिहेवियर हमारा कैसा होना चाहिए? हमारे आंसर्स किस टाइप के होने चाहिए?
Behavior wise, first of all, try to be friendly as possible with the interviewer. You don't want to be stiff. You try to be friendly with them, and then once you have settled in the first 5 minutes, they will you will get some icebreaker questions like what movie you are seeing or what web series you are trying to. I had this question when they asked me my favorite movie, and so these icebreaker questions will help you settle in. Then after that, they'll first try to go with your resume. What did you do during this 4 years? They'll talk about the projects and yeah. So with that, and after that, the interview questions will come up with DSA. DSA questions might come up. So there, take your time, think about it. You don't want to speak constantly. They don't want you to speak constantly to them. They want you to think about the problem. You might have not faced that DSA question anywhere earlier, so there you might freeze. But try getting out of it. You try to solve. Think about it for 5 minutes or so, and then come up with your approach, say what you want, and at all times try to be confident. You will make mistakes, they will they will watch for it, but it's no issue. Mistakes are a part of what you will be doing in the job as well, so you'll make mistakes there as well. So be proud of those mistakes as well. Admit that you have made a mistake, and try to counter that mistake with some thing that you will resolve that mistake.
ग्रेट। सो अगर मुझको प्राउड सीखना स्टार्ट करना हो तो कोई रोड मैप?
Instead of using the mundane stuff like a database that is on your laptop, other than that, try shifting it to cloud. Now you want to do that on cloud. You want to push your application to cloud. So one by one, you will learn about those services, how to configure those services, how to debug issues in this cloud if something comes up. So building a project around and using those cloud services is the best way to learn any cloud service that you want. So the last project that I did in my university SGP was this handle my admissions. So there we thought now this can be a simple CRUD applications where we deploy where we use Postgres or any kind of a database there. We thought of let's go and use AWS cloud. we had this credits there. So we first got to know about putting this database. Now configuring this database, we thought how we will send our data from this once this application is up and running. So there came in Lambda. When the users had to sign up, we had this Cognito service. So for each and every step of your application, there is a service that AWS or Azure will be providing. So try using or incorporating those services in your application. So that way you'll learn more about cloud services or anything about cloud rather than going through courses. This courses will also help. It will tell you some things you will not know about when you build your application. So courses are also good if you want to go that way.
एंड कई बार ये भी एडवाइस आती है कि हर कंपनी के लिए एक रिज्यूम मत बनाओ, बेस्ड ऑन जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन मेक डिफरेंट रिज्यूम है। अगर क्लाउड की कंपनी है तो योर रिज्यूमे शुड शो कि आपको क्लाउड में इंटरेस्ट है, और अगर
Yeah,
यस
yeah, that advice is good. You want to have 2-3 resumes. So not all companies will come with software engineering profiles only.
एग्जैक्टली।
There will be QA stuff also, testing stuff also. Then they will have the network engineering things as well. So if you had gone through that networking certification or that other projects that are related to that job profile, try putting those first and prioritize in your resume as well. That way it looks catered to that job description and might be selected first in that way. They will try to shortlist your resume in that way first. If it's a general resume, then has a less chances.
यस, ग्रेट। और ये एक्चुअली हेल्प करते हैं कई सारे इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन में भी। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर कंपनी पूछती है कि आप हमारी कंपनी में क्यों अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो यू कैन से कि मेरे जो गोल्स है इट अलाइंस विथ योर गोल्स, सो इट रियली हेल्प्स।
Yeah. Yeah. One more thing that I would like to mention is that whenever these companies come, try to find in this PPT. This presentation happens before all the interviews and test happens. So try to know the organization that's hiring. So what happens is most of the time when these companies come to hire, you don't know the organization that's coming to hire. So try to get to know the organization and the team that is hiring. If you know that first, you will try to get to know what kind of job role you are going to face or what kind of team you are will be working with. Now, if you don't know that, it becomes a struggle in the first 2 months if you get hired there. You don't know what you will be working with there. So organization and team, you definitely want to put up a question with the pre-placement talk that's going to happen.
ग्रेट। ओके। एंड स्टार्टिंग की कंपनी एज में अगर सिलेक्शन नहीं होता तो कई बार मोटिवेशन डाउन हो जाता है, सो उनके लिए कोई एडवाइस?
Yeah, it definitely happens. Not all companies will offer you, so you have to get through all the if you are not getting through one or two companies, forget about it and try to apply again and again with the other companies that are still hiring. You don't want to get demotivated with one rejection. Rejections will come again and again. You won't get in all the companies have different standards of hiring, so you might not getting according to that standards there, but a company will be there for your standards as well. You will have a matching job description and matching profile to your fit as well. So you will find your company there. And I suggest other than the companies that are coming to college through college placements, TNP cell, you want to apply, start applying in off-campus companies as well. So their chances will increase more if nothing happens at our placement season in our placement colleges, this companies. Then you'll get you have a backup with the off-campus stuff as well. So there you don't want to only rely on the college companies. I think I want to say.
यस, अग्री, कंप्लीटली अग्री। एंड अगर एक कंपनी में सिलेक्ट नहीं होते देन ट्राई टू टेक फीडबैक फ्रॉम इट एंड इम्प्रूव योरसेल्फ सो दैट सेम मिस्टेक अगली बार ना हो।
Yeah, I mean, not getting into a company might be demotivating, or but try taking some break, or start preparing in advance. It's last minute stuff won't last long. You won't know what to do at the last minute. So getting ahead of everything is one thing I would tell. Then projects and all the projects that you want to do, that also if you, I mean, for 1 or 2 semesters it will be fine that you pick someone else's project from GitHub or something, and don't do anything and submit. But at the end, you will only regret this. You want to do your own project. You want to get to know the technology. How did you solve a problem? That is only that only happens if you do the project. You think don't get the time while doing this, but exams and stuff will get in the way. But two projects, 1 or 2, I mean, throughout the semester, that will really help. Yeah. And also build your resume. This will build your resume strong. If there are no projects or internships, this resume is kind of weak. They won't shortlist them. So projects are a good way to start, and the certifications are also great. I mean, in our college, this AWS certification are very strong nowadays. So yeah, continue doing those certifications as well. One more advice that I would like to give to everyone. So if you have got into a company through a internship, you have got the internship, but not some full-time offer, or you've got the full-time offer as well. But if you want something, some company with higher package, or something, TNP has some policy that a 2 lakh difference should be there. But off-campus companies still they don't have any policy there. You can apply there. You want to get at least one or two offers from some full-time offers, and then you can go ahead and choose. At the end of an internship, you can go to some other company as well, or continue with the same company. It will be better for negotiating higher package or higher salary for you. So yeah, this is one thing that you want to have 1 or 2 offers in your hand. So it will you will have some backup if one company says that we won't be hiring you after your internship complete. So yeah, that backup will keep you stressed free throughout your internship as well at the end of this university. So you'll have a job afterwards. That's right. Yep.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Shrey, for coming. Thank you very, very much.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, not an issue. Bye bye.